actually a couple years
Oh,
ago.
thank you, man. I appreciate it. It was a bill. I knew it was a bill.
Yeah, and then another thing too about the slave trade. It's not the African slave trade; it's the transatlantic slave trade, and the one that was led by the Arabs was the trans-Saharan slave trade, which
Sub-Saharan,
said,
I think they say it.
yeah. And the other gentleman who was speaking, he was actually correct. The Arabs, they are still doing it to this day. They have a perpetual hatred against us, not lessening the fault of the white man, but the Arabs are still doing it in its original intensity to this day. So you've been interrupted earlier, right? So
The Arabs.
True. Let him get through his
Just
points,
asking him a
Captain.
simple question. Do I love the Arabs?
no, I don't love the. Do you love
I
that?
said
I don't
me.
understand what you're saying.
I don't
said,
think
do
that
I
was his
love the
point.
Arabs?
I don't think that was his point. I think he was reflecting off of what Andrew was saying earlier regarding the slave trade and kind of elaborating the clarifications on that.
Yeah, well, I was clarifying what it was. Like the Arabs, see, Cap and I disagree. He doesn't recognize me right now, but we disagree on certain points. You know, like for instance, I agree that the Arabs are just as bad, if not as worse than the white man, because the Arabs are still enslaving people to this day, to the other guy's point, and it's true. And I personally believe that the Arabs, specifically the Arabs, the Saudi Arabian Arabs, are actually from Esau, which is Edom, not all white people. See, Cap believes that all white people are Edom. I don't. I believe that the Jewish people and the Arabs are Edom because they're Shemitic. White people are not Shemitic, but Arabs are Shemitic and Jewish people are Shemitic. If anyone knows the story of Jacob and Esau, they know that Jacob and Esau were brothers. So Cap in his belief is that all white people are our brothers, essentially by calling them Edomites. I disagree with that. Now that's one point. The other point is this. When we talk about is the white man the devil, I take a different position. I'm coming from a scientific perspective. We all know scientifically, and anyone on here can verify this, Google's at everyone's fingertips. White people have greater than 3% Neanderthal DNA. Black people inherently have less than 1% Neanderthal DNA. Asians have 3% Denisovan DNA. A Denisovan is just a different strain of a Neanderthal, but Black people inherently do not possess that DNA. So why am I bringing this up? If you go back to Genesis and we look at when Adam and Eve and the apple, and the Most High said to the serpent, he gave a prophecy about the head and the heel. The seed of the woman is going to crush the head of the serpent's seed. So now Genesis is telling us there's two different seeds, two different lineages in the world, and there's going to be enmity, which is hatred between those two seeds. My belief is that the Nephilim, which is the serpent seed, are the progenitors of the white race, therefore making them the seed of the devil, serpent seed, which is called a Nakash in Hebrew.
Are we gonna get to a question or something like
Go ahead,
that?
go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead.
That's what I was waiting
I'm
for,
not asking
actually.
you shit. I'm not asking you shit. Are we gonna get to a question? It's like you came up here to preach your position. I don't know if you can read the room, but I'm like, what is there an actual question here?
Well, actually, it was about my perspective on why they're the devil. Do you disagree that they're the devil in that respect? Or are you saying philosophically, metaphorically?
Do I disagree? Who's the devil?
The white man. We're talking about the white. Did you hear anything I just said?
Nigga, this whole subject is white people are the devil. Why would I disagree with the white man being the devil? Like,
no, I'm talking about from that from the scientific perspective.
The only black guy that comes up here shows why we say the white man is the devil. He come up here to do what? Like you did this to do what?
Sir, do you understand what I'm asking? I'm asking from the perspective, a scientific perspective. Do you agree? Do you agree from a scientific perspective? You're interrupting me. You asked me a question. Now I'm trying to answer it. Now you're interrupting me.
Talking.
Well, I think what LJ, I think what Captain is looking for is pushback, and it doesn't sound like you're necessarily
looking for pushback. No, Sarah. I'm not looking for pushback. I'm looking for an actual question.
Well, I just asked it. You ignored it. I asked it and you ignored it.
If your question is,
so can I repeat the question, Cap?
Yes.
Can I repeat the question?
Yes.
From the perspective that I just gave, the scientific perspective, do you agree or disagree on how that they are the white man that way, philosophically, metaphorically, or scientifically?
No. But I do believe that the white man is a devil. And so here's what I would say to a black man. I don't care how you got there. You believe like I believe. Whatever it took to get you there, because what you said first was you talked about how they enslaved us. So they're not the devil because of what they are genetically, metaphorically, philosophically. They're not genetic. They're not the devil because of that reason. They're the devil because of what they do with their actions. That's what anybody is the devil. A black person can be a devil by their actions. So when we say the white man is the devil, it's by his actions, not his genetic and metaphysic and physical. That's why I didn't understand what you're saying. You came up here to ask me a question of the topic that helps me, kind of. You just saying what you got up here to say is, I disagree with Cap. I still believe the white man is the devil, but here's why I think the white man is the devil as opposed to him. That's really all you did.
Yeah, I'm telling you where I'm coming from a scientific perspective. Either you disagree with it or you don't. That's fine.
I just said I don't agree with it.
I also agree that their actions dictate that they're from the lineage of evil. That's fine. But I'm also saying from a literal scientific perspective that they are too genetically. That's my point.
Else besides, what else is there besides this?
Nothing. That was it. That's what I came up here for.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, LJ.
You're welcome.
Clay, to you, sir. I'm hoping you'll tap